Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Archangel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveiled reading, we will be taking a look at messages from the Archangels. Okay. And so these are the three images for the reading. Go ahead, see which one resonates with you the most, which one you feel mostly drawn to, and whichever image that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you. All right, my loves. So, happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. All right. And so this is the image that you all felt mostly drawn to. Okay. And so now we'll go ahead and take a look. As you can see, I already pre-pulled your oracle cards, but we'll also take a look and see which archangel has decided to show up for you in this reading. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. And you guys have Archangel Seraphiel, Hearts of Devotion, okay? And it says, let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. All right, Heart of Devotion. And I feel like you guys are being asked to, just as the card is saying, be committed to something or someone. All right. And there may be fear around that for some of you. Some of you may have your heart chakra blocked. Okay. And it could stem from or come from any past hurts, any past regrets, anything that kind of left a bad taste in your mouth about something, right? Cause you to kind of block that heart chakra. And so you're being called on by the Archangel Seraphiel to go ahead and release any fears, any doubts, any anxieties around something or someone that you want to be devoted to. All right. Let the heart space take over. Get out of the mental mind space and let the heart space take over. Okay. It's the message that's coming through with this. But let me go ahead and take a look at what the book meaning says. All right. And so the message says, devotion is one of the highest angelic qualities. Angels are completely devoted to the source of creation, constantly singing praises to the energy that created them in the world. In order to experience their energies, it is important to match their vibration. Then you will attract them in their miracles. At this time, you are being encouraged to devote yourself wholly and fully to the service based mission you are feeling called to fulfill. That will draw angels to you. You are also being encouraged to find the joy in your calling. If you find yourself feeling stressed, frustrated, or stuck, tune back into why you do what you do. It's important to remember who you are and the incredible potential you have to enrich the lives of others. Remind yourself of the earliest stages of your journey and how you were filled with joy by doing what you do. It's that energy that will help you move forward with ease. This is a time to be grateful for who you are, what you've overcome, and how you can serve with a heart of devotion. Yes. And so, yeah, this is basically calling on you or calling for you, pal number one, to stay committed to the cause. Okay. Stay committed to the cause, no matter how stressful it may be, no matter how frustrating it may be. There is a vision in place. Okay. And you may know what this is. Okay, you may know what this calling is, what this vision is that is meant for you to fulfill at this time. And you're just being called to stay dedicated and stay committed to the cause, no matter how hard or how frustrating it may be. Okay, and I'm also getting not just to something, this could also be to someone. All right, some of you may have a commitment that needs to stay in place in regards to someone. Okay, and it may be a bit of a I'm getting tug of war, a bit of a struggle, okay, for you to wrap your mind around having to stay committed to this person, because of situations or circumstances that you all may be going through, but your angels are saying that there is a whole purpose behind it. Okay, so for whoever that resonates with, I'm just getting not necessarily like messy energy, but more so like conflictual type energy between um two set a set of people, right? And it the relationship or the situation may be a draining one, but your angels are saying for you to stick it out. There is going to be just a just cause that it served at the end of that. So for whoever that resonates with, that's kind of just like a little side note for someone. All right, and then I also got the image of the Justice card. Okay, that came to mind when speaking about that. And so with that, I'm also being told you guys, for whoever that resonates with, are meant to help balance karmic bonds. Okay, you guys are meant to help to balance karmic bonds. All right. Um, but let's take a look and see what other messages Archangel Seraphiel has for you. Okay, and you guys have moving. All right, and it says you will be physically moving home soon. A shift is coming for your household. It may be time for you to move now for your highest good. Trust that the divine will open doors for you to follow the best path. All right. And so, what I also got with this is that with the heart of devotion, this is you just making the right choices in regards to something that you feel committed to, or something that you want to stay committed to. I feel like with the moving card, you have to, you may realize that you may have to uproot your foundation at this time. Okay, you may have to uproot your foundation at this time, and that is going to involve you moving. Okay, so you may realize that where you're currently at is not the best environment for you to be able to thrive the way you want to. All right, and so you may already be in this process, okay, of uprooting things, because you know that things, in order for things to fully change for you, that you have to relocate. Okay, and I also just got, this could be um, a job offer that is offered to some of you all that is going to call for you to have to physically uproot where you currently stay in order to accommodate a new position, a new job, a new opportunity. All right. Oh, and look at this. We have wedding. So some of you could be moving because of a commitment, right? Some of you could be moving because of a commitment, so that if you're with someone at this time, you guys may have decided that it's better that instead of them moving to where you are, that it is better for you to move where they are. Okay, so that could be some type of arrangement that has been in place for whoever that resonates with. Okay, and so the message here says, congratulations on your wedding. Your relationship is deepening to a much more intimate level, and your paths are aligning toward marriage. Many blessings be to you and yours. Remember to speak with love and communicate with honesty. Congratulations, beloved. The universe rejoices. Yes, and so this makes so much sense in regards to what I was saying a little bit ago about a commitment. As far as a relationship goes, right? Some of you may have really had to tough it out or stick it through with a companion, with a partner, right? So you may have had to really overcome some obstacles, and it may have been really hard for you at one point to see things through and to even think that uh, you guys going any further was even possible. Okay, but the fact that you two are still in, the loop with each other, is the Archangel Seraphiel coming through, saying that this devotion, this commitment, even though it may not seem like it or may not have seemed like it at that time or even presently, it is to, I keep getting the Justice card, right? The Justice Tarot card. It is to serve a karmic purpose. Okay, there is karmic bonds and karmic ties that are meant to be fulfilled by this commitment. Okay, so the Archangel Seraphiel is wanting you to know to trust the process. Okay, to trust the process around this relationship when it comes to a person. Okay, when it comes to a relationship involving another person, trust the process. Okay, she or he, there's no real gender specifics with archangels, but she or he is really wanting for you to call on them in order to have your cup fulfilled, right? To have that cup fulfilled around the emotional space, around the heart chakra space, in order to give you really true guidance in this here. Okay, to really give you true guidance so that when those moments of doubt and fears pop up for you all, she or he can easily help guide you out of that, out of that doubt, out of that and that fear, out of that anxiety around it. Okay, and like I was picking up earlier, this could be because of past wounds or past hurts that you may have experienced around your heart space. All right, and so you've come to this point where you're giving something a chance again, right? You're giving something a chance again, but you're not, there is that piece of you that doubts, all right? And that's that piece of you that potentially wants to pull you away, all right? And that piece is the subconscious, okay? The ego, those thoughts that come up when, even though everything is going good, that little voice in the back of your head that gives you the what ifs, right? Um, Making you kind of question or doubt your choices or your decisions. But Archangel Seraphiel wants you to stay devoted, okay? Because the cup of your heart is being filled with whatever this is, okay? Whatever union this is. So this could be a union, as I'm mostly picking up a union in regards to a relationship, or it could be a union in regards to a job as well, right? Some of you could be having the perfect union formed around your career as far as being promoted, given the opportunity to advance or just take it to the next level. Okay. Oh my gosh, I cannot make this stuff up. I'm telling you, when the cards align, they align. So you guys have justice, and how many times did I just say that I kept getting the justice card? I kept getting the justice card, even though it was a tarot card that I was getting. It's still essentially the same thing, right? Even though it's coming from a different deck. So we have the justice card, okay, with the scales there in the picture. As I was saying, things are meant to be balanced out between whatever this is. All right, there's a karmic balance that's meant to take place. Okay, but the message says the right decisions will be made and any injustices will be settled. Truth will be at the heart. Yes, once again, inviting you to trust the heart space, guys. All right, inviting you to trust the heart space. And when it's times of doubt or you're having problems with doing just that, this is why Archangel Seraphiel is coming out in this reading for you. Okay, so make note of this. This is the archangel that you want to make the connection with, and that wants to make the connection with you as well, in order to clear up any heart space blockages. All right, because go with the flow and trust your instinct, trust the process. All right, this is what this card is asking for you to do. It's telling you the right decisions will be made, meaning that the choices that you're making in regards to whatever commitment this is the right choice. So you don't have to doubt yourself around it. All right. You don't have to doubt yourself around it. The choice to move in order to be with someone, whether it's a person or career, is the right choice. All right. The choice to make a commitment to someone through wedding, whether it's a person or a career, is the right choice. All right. It's just you guys have some blockages around being able to trust the process because of past experiences. Okay, I'm getting past regrets, past hurts, past disappointments. All right. And so that has caused some minor blockages. I don't feel like they're full fledged blockages because you are still making the right choices. It's just that there is a lingering of doubt and fear around those choices. Okay. And then you guys have Taurus. Okay. Material world stability and stubborn. All right, some of you could be dealing with Tauruses. It's just what I just got. Some of you yourselves could be Tauruses. Okay, so whoever that resonates with. Mainly, at the message I got is that some of you could be dealing with a Taurus in regards to this relationship situation. Okay, but the message says bit by bit, step by step, whatever seeds you plant will sit quietly for a while, then come up strong. All right, so you are making the right moves. Okay, whatever seeds you're planting right now, you're making the right moves with this. Archangel Seraphiel is again calling to make it known that you need to trust the process. Okay, release doubt, fear, and anxiety from your existence. All right, and this is the archangel that is going to help you to do that. Once again, I'm being called to tell you to make note of Archangel Seraphiel. This is who is coming up and showing up for you at this time because they know that you need it. Okay, especially in regards to this situation, they know that you need the stability around your heart space. All right, and then you guys have to be inspired. Okay, and it says the angels are sending you messages. They speak to you in whispers of inspiration and guidance, filling your heart with divine wisdom. Yes, another card that acknowledges the heart space, guys. All right, trust. You are being called to trust your heart. Trust where your heart is leading you to. All right. Really just keep letting go of all of the doubts and fears. Okay. Those subconscious doubt and fears. All right. Let them go because what you're asked to be committed to, what being asked to be dedicated to, is fulfilling a karmic cycle in your life. Okay. It is fulfilling a karmic cycle in your life and it is going to bring about balance. Okay, it's going to help to balance out the times that were not of that didn't offer you the best ending results, right? So things are now I'm getting now the wheel of fortune card, right? So things are now changing in your favor, but you're being asked to trust the process as to where it is leading you. Okay, your heart space needs to be opened. You need to stay committed to whatever this is, whether it's a person or a thing, because I'm getting this is a test of trial for you. All right. It is a test of trial for you. So to see if you can stay committed to whatever this is without fleeing away from it. All right. So that's what just came up with that. So now let's go ahead and see what additional messages wants to come out around this. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis and Archangel Seraphiel that has come out for this reading. What additional messages do you have for pile number one? All right, yeah, so I'm being drawn to the moving card. So some of you are really nervous about making a big moving change. Okay, a big change that has to do with or around moving. Okay, whether it's moving for love or it's moving for a career. You're being asked to let go of those fears around that. All right, you have the Emperor here. All right, being able to take control and take charge of your life. All right, the Emperor card shows up as someone who is in control, right, of their domain. Okay, so this is what you're being called to do, to take back control of your life. Okay, so whereas instead of living off of doubts and fears, you're living off and leading with certainty, with optimism, with knowing that things are going to work out for the best instead of just instead of thinking for the worst. All right, look at this. We have the ego. Yes, and I was mentioning this earlier too. Yes, let go of the ego. Okay, break the shackles, break the chains, the mental chains that you guys may be experiencing that's trying to prevent you from moving forward. Right? Look how this angel comes through and breaks the shackles. Right? You have this angel showing up, helping to release her, okay, helping to break the shackles from the ego. And this is what Archangel Seraphiel is going to be here to do for you, help to break the shackles of the ego. So while everything is trying to go good for you and that ego is coming in telling you the what ifs or causing the doubts, the fears, the anxieties around it, Archangel Seraphiel is asking for you to call on him or her to help release these shackles. All right. Trust the process, pal, number one, around whatever commitment that this is for you guys. Trust the process. Stand in your power. Take back control of your power, because for a long time, the ego and its attachment to past wrongdoings or past hurts has tried to prevent you from moving forward. But I do feel like you have prevailed to a certain extent, just because you're at the point that you're at now, right? You're at this point of possibly moving. You're at this point of possibly having that commitment through engagement or through wedding, right? So you've been able to um, take the required steps, right, to kind of move out of this energy, but you're not 100% there. All right. And this is why you're being called on to step into your emperor power so that you can move forward. And we have the page of fire, okay, which is also the page of wands. All right. So, yes, this is you. Once you let go of that ego, okay, once you remove the shackles from the ego trying to prevent you from moving forward, the page of fire shows up here. And this is the page that's enthusiastic, the page that's optimistic, the one who's going to be excited for the new things that he can foresee in his future, right? And not allowing things to pull him back or allowing those ego energies to pull him back, right? So it's just looking at life from a new light. And this is what you're being called to do. Look at life in a new light, okay? And trust the process. I'm being drawn to, again, to trust the process, all right? And get out of that doubt and fear energy, because it's all just the illusion, okay? It's all just an illusion that is in place to keep you stuck. Okay, keep you stuck and not moving forward. All right, and the ego is actually, I know it says ego on here, but the ego is actually the devil card. All right, and this is why the emperor is here asking you to take back control of your life. All right, get back into things you are passionate about. Okay, whether that's people, places, or things, get back into that energy and break out of um that very limiting type energy. All right. Oh my gosh, look at this. And you guys have the empress at the end. So you have the emperor and the empress. All right. So you are definitely meant to be nurtured and to nurture. All right. It's time for you to let go of the things that held you back, pal number one. All right. Because there's a life full of abundance and prosperity around you, waiting for you. And I do feel I'm being drawn to, or I'm being told that it does, a lot of this is going to come from, for whoever this resonates with this committed relationship, someone has a great deal of abundance and prosperity to offer you, and not just in a material way, also in an emotional way. All right. So someone that is in your life is there to help to bring things back into balance. And at first, at the beginning, I was getting that this is a karmic bond type relationship. Um, and when I was first picking it up, I felt like you all were maybe meant to help balance each other karmically, or you were here to help balance them karmically. But now I'm getting that they are here mostly to help balance you karmically. They are here. They work through the angels and the spirit team, so they are heaven sent, so as to say, to help you karmically and help for you to escape the ego, to escape the illusion, to bring you back to the page of fire, the page of wands. So things that you once had but has been lost. All right, so they show up as the person, or if it's not a person, if it's a situation, it shows up as a way to help you escape from the ego, help you escape from the things that have been limiting you, okay, that has been preventing you from moving forward. All right, so that you can step back into your power of having control of your life, as well as being able to be someone who is not only nurturing but allows themselves to be nurtured as well. All right. So, lastly, my beautiful pal number one, I do have an angelic activation message for you all. And then this is the image that you all have. Okay. And then the message is, you all see this, right? I cannot make this up. So you have this archangel showing up twice in this reading, and these are two completely different decks. And so the fact that this archangel showed up twice, I'm comparing the images, it's just like deep, deep, deep confirmation, right? That she wants to reach out to you all. Okay, she or he wants to reach out to you all. So definitely this is the archangel for you all to call on at this time. All right, this is the archangel for you all to call at this time. Her showing up twice is double, double confirmation. All right. And so the message is divine compensation. Okay, and it says, all the good you have done is blessing your pathway. When you do good, take loving action, and share without hesitation, you build a powerful energy field that will protect and guide you on your way. All the generosity and kindness you have shared in your life is now coming back in a miraculous wave of light to lead you toward your next phase. This is the law of divine compensation. All right. And the activation message is, my own goodness attracts good things, opportunities, and experiences. Yes. And what I also just got with this power number one is that you could have been someone who is, just as this card states, you were someone who was always kind hearted, giving, affectionate, someone who was loving, and others could have took that as your weakness and took advantage of you in many different ways because of that, right? And so this is what could have caused the heart blockages around your heart chakra, and pulled up this doubt within you around giving something else a chance or giving something else a shot, right? Because you've been taken advantage of for being your true authentic self in previous situations, that it has been hard for you recently, um to really allow yourself to fully be seen in that way again. And so this is the divine, the archangel seraphim coming through, saying, we know the trials and errors that you went through around that, but now you're going to be rewarded in a way, or let's just say blessed in a way that you now get what you deserve. Okay, no more being taken advantage of. All right. So that is the message that has come through for you, my beautiful pal number one. I really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to like, share, subscribe. Also, leave a comment as well if you felt like this reading resonated with you. And until next time, my loves, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number two. And so this is the image that you all felt drawn to. All right. And so now we are going to take a look and see what Archangel has showed up in this reading for you all to be able to deliver messages to you around what it is that you need to know at this time, okay? And so, as you can see, I have already pre pulled your oracle messages. So now let's get started and see which Archangel is here for you all. Look at this, guys. We have Archangel Michael showing up with spiritual acceleration. Okay, and it says you are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. All right. Yeah, so Archangel Michael is here in this time for you, at this time for you as you go through your spiritual upgrades. I'm being called back to the previous reading that I did. Um, where the message was a lot of people at who chose, I think it was PAL one. Whoever, chose that particular PAL, that PAL was going through um a spiritual activation, right? And so if you came from that reading or you've watched that reading and you were drawn to that specific PAL, then this is going to be confirmation for you as well that you are going through this spiritual acceleration. All right, you're experiencing spiritual upgrades, and Archangel Michael showing up is letting you know that you can call on him during this time and during this process. Because, as I've explained before, spiritual upgrades and spiritual ascensions, spiritual awakenings are not necessarily the easiest processes to go through, right? A lot of different challenges come up. A lot of different dark night of the souls come up. A lot of shadow aspects of self that needs to be addressed shows up. So it's not as easy of a process as people may think it is. And so this is why Archangel Michael showing up is letting you know that he is who you can call on, okay, during this process. All right. So I'm getting like some of you guys are really experiencing the dark night of the soul, right? Really going through different trials and tribulations to not only test your faith, pal number two, but to also test your perseverance. Okay. Are you willing to continue to move forward and not give up, regardless of the different obstacles that set forth on your path? Okay. The different obstacles that come your way. Are you able to overcome them? Okay, and I just knocked my lighter over. Yeah, so are you able to knock past these obstacles? Are you able to overcome them? Are you able to stand in your truth and stand in your power, knowing that you have a full spiritual team to back you up, right? So when you're having problems in a relationship, when you're having problems at your job, when you're having problems in your family, right? Knowing that you have a full spiritual team to back you up and to help you to overcome whatever challenges or obstacles present themselves in those different dynamics in your life, right? Knowing that instead of throwing in a towel, you have a spiritual team that you can call on, and especially in this case, Archangel Michael, that you can call on during these difficult times. And this is what he wants to make you aware of at this moment. You have not only him, but a full spiritual team that you can call on at this time, okay? That's going to help you during this spiritual acceleration, because you guys are definitely going through spiritual awakenings, this pal. And so, and okay, so, all right, what I'm getting, so the previous reading that I did was, I think the one right before this, it was pal number one that was going through the spiritual awakening. And now in this reading that I'm doing, pal number two is talking about spiritual awakening. All right. So what I was just being told is that it's a progression. All right. Things are moving forward for you all. So even though it may not feel like it is, it is. All right. So things are moving forward. You do have a whole spiritual team to back you up during whatever challenges or obstacles that you are facing. So this is what if they want you to know, okay, what needs to be known to you. Get into the habit of prayer, get into the habit of meditation, get into the habit of just calling on your spiritual team, um, regardless, right, throughout the day in regular communicative form, all right, as if you were talking to a friend, but who's not there in the physical, right? This is the type of channel of communication they want to open up with you so that they could give you the insight and clarity that you need around whatever situation you're in. All right. So that is the message that has come through for you. Um, that was a lot that actually came through before me even going to the book meeting, but I do want to take a quick look and see what else. Um, and I actually opened, guys, I opened up the book straight to the card itself. So yeah, this is some very my Archangel Michael's energy is coming through very strongly here. Okay, I didn't have to like flip through this book at all. Like I literally, as soon as I opened the book, I opened it to the page. Okay, so his energy is very, very strong here. All right, so the message is all the roadblocks you have been facing are tumbling down. Angels are giving you the go ahead. Now is the time. Move forward in the knowledge that the divine is opening the way to experiences, opportunities, and connections that will help you live with purpose and live on purpose. With all that's happening, it's important to stay rooted in your spiritual practice and connection with the divine because this loving presence is the reason you are who you are today. And the speed of it all, take the time to pause, reflect, and be grateful for where you are today. All right. Yes. So with all that's happening, as the message says, it's important to stay rooted in your spiritual practice and connection with the divine. And that is exactly what I was saying. Is that at this time, you guys need to know that you have a whole spirit team to back you up. All right. There's a whole spirit team rooting for you and there for you during any difficult or challenging times. All right. And look at this. You guys have do not worry and be still. All right. And it's such a beautiful image, right? It's such a beautiful image. And look at the butterfly there, just like carefree, right? She in the image protrudes like the energy of someone who's just carefree. Her eyes are closed, yet she's trusting the process. All right. And so the message says, do not worry. Everything is okay, beloved. There is divine timing and grace at work for the best outcome. You are all right. If you are suffering from anxiety about a situation, release the need to control it. Allow yourself to be held by the divine. Everything will be okay. Be patient and wait. Yes, pile number two. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like, you guys are literally protected. Okay, I feel like this pal, you guys are literally protected by the divine, especially with Archangel Michael showing up here, right? Protector Archangel. Um, so during this spiritual initiation or this spiritual awakening that you guys are going through, you just have to close your eyes and trust the process. Go with the flow. Stop trying to control things. Pal number two, stop trying to be in control. All right. And instead, work with your spirit team to see what it is that they want you to do next. So ask them, spirit team, what next? All right. What's next? What do I do next? If it's a challenge or a problem you're going through, spirit team, how do I overcome this? What am I supposed to do with this situation? Right. And so this is the test for you guys. You guys are definitely not only going through a spiritual awakening, you guys are also going through a spiritual test. Okay, like I was saying earlier, one of them being perseverance. Okay, making sure you're not going to give up and throw in a towel because things get too challenging or too demanding or too much, right? Just making sure you're not going to throw in the towel. So perseverance is one. The other one is the ability to work with your spirit team. Are you utilizing them to the best of their ability? Right? Are you calling on them? Are you working with them? Are you communicating with them? All right, so that they can guide you and show you the way through good times and bad times. I'm getting, all right, through both the good and the bad, right? Are you trusting the process? All right. Are you willing to relinquish control or trying to have control over a situation? Right. This is all a test for you. Pal number two. Are you willing to relinquish control over a situation? Are you willing to let go and let God and know that they have the best intention for you? Okay. Are you willing to just trust the process? All right. This relationship is or is not working out. This job is or is not working out. Whatever the case is, like, are you just trusting the process that is leading you to something even better? All right. And so you guys are definitely going through trials and tribulation. I'm picking up 9 of Wands energy with that. All right. The wounded soldier, the one who is going to, no matter how bad he's been wounded, how bad he's been hurt, he's going to continue to push through. All right. Not worry. Okay. Do not worry. Just continue to push through. All right. And then you guys have Ana. All right, with third eye chakra. Yes, that divine connection. You guys are being called to make that divine connection. Look at this. Yes, and it says the message is your third eye chakra is activating. Trust your intuition, for it is divinely guided. If you have been working with this chakra center, this is a sign of your success. Be gentle with your third eye and allow it to bloom naturally. Yes, guys, you guys are definitely a spiritual awakening pal. All right, you guys are definitely a spiritual awakening pal. And if you didn't watch my previous reading, which was messages from the ancestors 2.0, okay, that was the reading prior to this one. And in that reading, pal number one was kind of the same energy as this pal, but now this energy is in pal two, okay, for a different reading. So there's definitely progression going on. You guys are working with your third eye chakra. And working with your third eye chakra is living outside of the 3D, right? Learning how to trust your gut instincts, your gut feelings, your intuition, paying attention to subtle signs, synchronicities, okay? Seeing angel numbers, okay? And realizing that there's all significance behind it all right. So not living in a linear time like fashion, right? Actually opening up your third eye and seeing everything around you that the I was going to say the real eyes the physical eyes can't see. All right. And this is what you guys are being channeled in to do, called in to do. All right. To go through this spiritual acceleration. Once again, stepping out of the illusions, stepping out of the matrix, as I like to say. All right. And so if you're someone who understands the chakras and you know and you work with the chakras already, that's good. Then you know that the third eye chakra, this card coming up, is signifying that the third eye chakra is the chakra you want to work with at this time. All right. If you're not familiar with chakras, then it may be something that you want to look into. How do I work with my third eye chakra? Or how do I work with my chakras overall? Right. What is it that they signify? How can they help me to be rooted and grounded in this spiritual ascension process, in this spiritual acceleration process? All right. And there's different meditations that you can possibly look up on like YouTube or so, that can help you to meditate with this third eye chakra. And it's important for this pal because you guys are really being called to connect and trust with the divine. All right, you guys are really being called, and you know this for the most part. I feel like the majority of you who have come to this pal will know this, will know that there's a connection that is meant to be made with the divine at this time. All right, you've been following the breadcrumbs up to this point, and now you're really to fully step into your divine spiritual acceleration. All right, and Archangel Michael is showing up here as the archangel that is going to help you in this process. All right. And it's you. The next card you have is the Virgo card with humility, integrity, and details. Okay. And the message is you're unique in your life is your own. Build a routine that works for you and helps you stabilize your life. All right. So yes, you are unique in your own on your own terms, pal number two. And so it is okay to be different. It is okay to feel different. All right. Especially now that you are being drawn to more of the spiritual side of yourself. All right. It may have felt a little out of place or a little awkward at the beginning, but it's okay. All right, your spiritual team are saying they have been waiting for you to come to this point, right? They have been waiting for you to awaken to this point because you've been in a slumber for a good portion of your life. And because you followed the little breadcrumbs that led you up to this point, they are happy. They are happy that you are here and that you have made it to this point. All right. So embrace your uniqueness. Embrace the fact that you are not meant to be like the rest of the matrix, right? You're meant to awaken out of it and to see things differently. Okay. And you trusting this process is going to help bring about more stability for you. So even if things seem a little unsettling now or things are not as stable as you would like for them to be, working with the divine is going to help to get you there. All right, look at that. I said working with the divine is going to help get you there. And then your next card is make a wish. Yes. And like I've been saying, pal number two, like from the beginning, your spirit team are really, like really rooting for you to step into this energy. All right, they're really rooting for you to just go with the flow, let down your guard, stop trying to have control over different situations in your life, and just let them work with and guide you. And you have the make a wish, okay, card. And it says, make a wish. What you've asked for is coming true. Be ready to receive your blessings. All right. Yeah. So they are waiting and ready to bestow upon you everything that you desire. Pile number two. They are ready to bestow upon you everything that the heart desires. All right. And the tests and trials that you have been going through, the different roadblocks, the different obstacles, has all been just a test to see. All right. See how you handle these situations. See if you're capable of handling them without giving up. Seeing if you're able to persevere. Seeing if you're able to say, you know what? I'm just going to let go and let God and trust that in the end, the process that is meant to be or the outcome that is meant to be will be for my highest good. All right. And this is what spiritual acceleration is all about, knowing that you are spiritually and divinely guided. All right. And you don't have to succumb to the 3D way of thinking and being and just, forced to live in this low vibrational energy. Like you can step out of that energy, step into a higher vibrational energy, and allow for your spirit team to grant you whatever it is that you desire. All right. And so I feel like you're stepping into that energy and that power about yourself, knowing that what there's more to than what meets the eye, right? There's more than what meets the physical eyes, right? And now you're being called to work with your third eye so that you can go beyond what the 3D is offering, okay? While still prospering in the 3D, right? All the things that you want to manifest in the 3D, okay, materially, emotionally, mentally, is going to come from you looking beyond the veil, okay? Working beyond the veil and using your third eye instead of um, your I'm going to say your 3D senses. Right now it's time to step into using your spiritual senses. All right. And then you guys actually have two of these guiding insights messages. So it says forgive others. Okay, it's the first one. And it says forgiveness is a powerful tool for healing. Release any resentment or grudges you may be holding and allow forgiveness to bring you peace and freedom. Yes, and this is very important. Pile number two. All right, because part of what keeps people stuck into lower vibrational energies It's something as simple as holding on to grudges, right? So, and it doesn't have to be intentionally, right? It's just that you may have appeared to have released a situation um in a you may have it may have appeared that you have released or let go of a situation in a physical sense, right? But if you're still subconsciously holding on to the feelings and the emotional triggers that's tied to that situation, then you haven't fully let go of it, right? So you have to purposefully and intentionally release those feelings by forgiving whoever or whatever caused it to begin with, right? And this is part of the release of lower vibrational energies. So you're being called at this time, and in order for you to fully spiritually accelerate or to, evolve even further as far as your spiritual connection, you're going to have to start going through the closet and digging up all those situations, whether they were, you know, from people or whatever the case may be, all those things that you swept under the rug, okay, things that's caused you to hold subconscious grudges, you're going to have to open up the closet and pull all those things out and rid them for good, okay, because that is spiritual baggage. That is no it's physical baggage that keeps you from fully spiritual acceleration. And so this is why it's being called for you to forgive others at this time. Okay. And especially if they are the cause of some of your obstacles, they are the cause of some of your challenges, just rid yourself free of that stubborn, stuck energy. Okay. Because it's that energy is not going to allow you to fully accelerate as you need to. All right. And then you have keep learning. All right. And it says challenges are opportunities for growth and transformation. Embrace them with courage and resilience, for within every obstacle lies a valuable lesson. Yes. And this is exactly what I've been saying from the beginning, right? These challenges that are in place, these obstacles that have been in place. Pal number two are definitely, just like I said, tests, right? Learning tests. Like you think of, it in aspect of school, right? What are you learning from these, that when the test is presented you have all the right answers to pass? What are you learning from these obstacles? What are you learning from these challenges, right? What information can you soak up from them? Can you write down from them, that when the final test presents itself, you're able to pass with flying colors? And this is what you're being called to look at, okay, at different situations in your life. So instead of being, maybe you're someone who needs to forgive, maybe you're someone who needs to work with anger, or being quick to anger. Maybe you're someone who needs to work with patience, okay, or whatever virtue it is that you're being called to learn from, okay, that you're being tested with. That is the point of it, so that you can take the lesson from that trial and pass the test in the end. So keep learning, okay, because it's going to help you to better yourself in the end. Pal number two. All right. And so now we will take a look and see what additional messages the beautiful Archangel Michael has for you in regards to this reading. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for being present, as well as thank you, my beautiful beloved Mother Goddess Isis. What additional messages do you have for pal number two? Yeah, so you are uniquely your own self, pal number two, and it's okay to be as such. All right. And I'm also being drawn to making sure that you are aware that you need to forgive and let go. All right. And you guys have the Seven of Wands. Yes, yes, yes. Very fitting. Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands. And look at all of these different things coming her way. All of these different wands coming her way, right? And she still stands there strong in her posture, unwavering, right? And this is the energy. This is one of the test energies for you. Are you going to be unwavering in times of difficulties, in times of challenges, in times of obstacles? Are you able to stand your ground? All right. Are you able to stand your ground and persevere and know that the divine has something good for you on the other side? All right. Yep. You guys, yep. Pile number two are definitely going through a spiritual, not only a spiritual, I'm getting a spiritual initiation, a spiritual awakening, tests and trials. You all are definitely going through that in order to take you to the next level. All right. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Yes. All right. Taking you to the next level. And the Page of Pentacles is also the Page of Earth here, is someone who is very grounded, right? Someone who's very grounded, very practical, right? Very aware of what's going on. All right. And look how you have all of the books, very scholarly, right? You have the bookshelf in the back, you have the books here on the table, very scholarly, right? Keep learning, okay? Ready to learn more about not just the world, but about himself or herself. All right. Just very open to receiving new valuable information. Okay. Receiving new clarity, receiving new insight. All right. Um, just just really open to all the different opportunities and possibilities. Okay. And I think in this regards, it is through connection with the divine. All right. You are being open to letting the divine teach you. All right. You've stood your ground. You've stood your ground. You've persevered. And so now you're like, okay, I was able to overcome this, and I passed my test, right? You get to the point where you pass your test, and it's like, now what's next? Now that I'm here, what now? You're ready for the next chapter of your life, right? Now you're really ready for the next phase. How do I work with the divine? How does the divine work with me? All right. And then this is when the true abundance comes in, guys. Look at this. We have the Ace of Earth, or the Ace of Pentacles, showing up. This is where the true abundance comes in, right? Because you were able to persevere through all those difficult and hard times without giving up. It's like the divine comes in, and now they're going to usher you, right? They're going to usher you to where true abundance and prosperity lies. All right. So I'm getting there, like, if you thought that was something, wait until you see what's next. All right. And this is because you choose to step into that energy of being guided. All right. Being shown the way, being shown what it is like to really live. Okay. Not what the matrix presents as what living is, not what the illusion presents as what living is, right? Because what that typically looks like is you go to work, you tend to your house, you go to sleep, tomorrow you do it all over again, right? So that's the 3D matrix illusion way of living. What they want to show you is, how do you really live? How is it that you truly live, right? The abundance that's awaiting for you. All right. Because you've passed your test, because you've overcome your obstacles, your tests, your trials, right? Now it's time for you to fully step into true abundance. Okay. And then let's see what else we have. Yeah, this is definitely it's going to be a turning point. Whatever it is that you're desiring, how number two, whatever it is that you're desiring, make your wish. Your Archangel Michael, your spirit team, they're all here telling you. The point of them being here right now is for they want you to just let go and go with the flow. Stop trying to have control over situations. All right. You have the Hermit here, really going within. All right. Really going within And the Hermit is also a card of spiritual illumination and spiritual awakening, because this is just what the Hermit does. He silences the outside world around him. All right. He silences the outside world and he goes within. All right. And I'm also being called to say, some of you may be looking for something, okay, that's going to help you along this spiritual journey, a mentor, right? Someone who's going to give you the guidance that you need. So for whoever that resonates with, there is going to be definitely a mentor that's in place, because I'm getting um, the almost like a school child, right? She has her school book in her hand, walking to almost like a university, so to say. And then you have this Hermit card here, someone with inner knowledge, inner wisdom, inner guidance, right? And so some of you, for whoever that resonates with, is going to be called to seek counsel or mentorship, in regards to your spiritual awakening. Okay. But for others, yes, all about tuning in. All right. Going inside. Okay. Finding your light. Okay. And just really going through that self discovery phase so that you can fully awaken to your potential. All right. And so, lastly, I have a spiritual activation message for you all. And so, this is the card that you all have. Okay. And this is Mary, Queen of Angels. Okay. And it says, do not be afraid. All right. And the message is, you were born for this. Trust in your voice, trust in your ability to articulate your thoughts, trust in your capacity to use and share your gifts. If you are feeling scared or unsure about the next step, this is just showing how much you care about making a difference. Stand in the light of your soul. It is the only shield you need. All right. And activation is, I trust in myself, my voice, and my gifts. I am unafraid. Yes, pile number two. So you definitely have something to share with the world, um, but you have to be spiritually inclined and get there, right? Get to that point. All right. And so this is what the spiritual acceleration is doing for you, is trying to get you to that point. All right. So call on Archangel Michael during this process. Call on your angels, your spirit guides, um, your spiritual team, your ancestors. Call on all of the support that's there for you during this time, or throughout this process. All right. So, my beautiful pal number two, that is all I have for you at the time. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, my loves, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number three. So, this is the image that you felt drawn to. All right, and so now we're going to take a look and see which archangel decided to come through for you in this reading and what messages they have for you. Okay, as you can see, I have already pre-pulled your oracle messages, so we'll now take a look and see what archangel has come through. All right, and you guys have Archangel Metatron, heaven to earth. All right. I just heard bridging the gap. Okay. And it says, your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. All right. Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. Yes. Very, very strong message there for you all. All right. Because it's definitely confirmation that you guys are in alignment. Okay. So, whatever it is that you're doing in life at this moment, power number three, you are in alignment. All right. So, keep moving forward. All right. I'm getting keep persevering. All right. Because you are exactly where you need to be at this time. All right. Divine timing is what I'm hearing. Divine timing. So you are exactly where you need to be at this time. Okay. So now let me take a look and see what the book message says. All right, and it says when Metatron comes to you, it's because you are part of a powerful shift that is unfolding on the earth during your lifetime. So proceed, keep going, and don't give up. There is a sacred bridge of light between heaven and earth, and that bridge is you. Your life hasn't happened by chance or accident. You have been chosen. The divine has recruited you to fulfill a great mission that will bring healing and change to planet Earth. You might feel you're on a roller coaster and be unsure if you should continue or not. But there's a karmic alignment occurring, and therefore, what you are facing and pushing through now is absolutely in alignment with your mission. Energetically, there is a cleanup process unfolding. So it might feel a little bit messy or overwhelming, but trust that you are on the right path and your angel team is supporting you in your mission. All right. And if you are ready to take the next step on your spiritual path, let the angels know loud and clear, and they will begin to lead the way like a spiritual GPS from within. You have a calling, respond. The earth needs you. Yes, very, very powerful energies in this reading, palette number 3. You guys are definitely, I'm getting star beings, light activators, spiritual activators. You guys are here to guide. All right, and you have a spiritual purpose. All right, just as this card says, you're in alignment with the mission on earth, with your mission on earth. You guys definitely have a spiritual mission that is in play. All right, just like myself, as I am here fulfilling my mission by delivering these messages to you in regards to connecting to the divine and how you can get there. Okay, by taking care of what you need to take care of in the 3D in order to fully ascend into the spiritual aspect of self, right? So this is part of the mission that I am working on. All right, so you guys may have a similar mission as well, whether you are getting youth counselors, some of you are tarot readers as well, okay? You're mediums, you're some type of spiritual you're in some type of spiritual alignment that is meant to help the earth to evolve. Pal number 3. And I do feel like this is a spiritually inclined pal where you already know what this is for you. All right. You know what the practice is for you. Okay. But as the meaning in the book also said, things can sometimes get a little shaky and get a little rocky, right? We have to remember divine timing. We have to remember to practice patience and gratitude along the way. All right. So let's see what else we have. All right. And then we have Savadhisthana, sacral chakra. All right. And it says, your sacral chakra is activating. Your creative nature is shining. Allow your creativity to grow and be nurtured. Deep traumas are being healed. And from that is born a beautiful self love and acceptance. Embrace yourself and love your body. You are a beautiful and incredible being of light. Express your creativity and passion. Yes. And so this is what I'm getting with this is part of you reaching your full spiritual potential. How number 3 is to take care of the 3D self first. Okay, and so as the card says, what that means is letting go of any traumas that you're holding on to, letting go of any past wounds that you're holding on to, any past hurts, any past regrets. All of these things have to be healed on the 3D or in the 3D first in order because it's like it's layered. It layers on you, right? And so the more you pull away those layers, okay, those heavy, dense layers of different things that may have took place in your life, the more you expose the lighter version of yourself. And the more you expose the lighter version of yourself, the more you're able to tune in and connect with the divine. All right. And when you're able to connect with the divine, you can really see what your divine mission and purpose is, okay, and how it is that you're meant to use your creative abilities, okay, how it is that you can take that to the next level. Okay, so it's going to start with self first. All right, self love, self healing, self understanding. Okay, and this is what Archangel Metatron wants you to know. You are here to bridge the gap between heaven and earth. All right, you are here to help others. Okay, you are here to help others, but in the process, you have to help yourself first. Okay, healing where you need to heal. I just got journaling. Journaling is important for this group, for this pal. Journaling is important because it's going to help you to unveil and to unleash those things that that have subconsciously attached to you. All right, so that you can get into a more lighter version of self, a more lighter energy of self, okay? So that you can accept yourself, love yourself, and be ready to move on to the next phase or the next chapter. All right, and let go of fear. All right, because you have fear coming up here, and it says, do not listen to fear, beloved. This is a message from the divine. Do not be afraid. You are being protected and you are cherished. Take the steps you feel drawn to take right now without fear. Believe in yourself. You are stronger than you know. Do not hide your beautiful power behind a rock. Shine brightly and show the world what you are made of. Yes, you are meant to at some point step into your power. So whatever creative endeavor that you have been working on or that you would like to work on in regards to this power number 3, that is your calling. All right. Some of you are aware that you have these spiritual gifts, but maybe you haven't um, allowed yourself to be put in a space where you can share these gifts, right? Because you may not feel comfortable with doing so. There may be fear around doing so. And so this is where the cleansing of the sacral chakra takes place. Okay. The sacral chakra is going to cleanse in that area that's blocked. It's going to allow you to have a better appreciation for self. All right. And then when you have the better appreciation of self, you're able to nurture your creative abilities. All right. And you're able to take those creative abilities to the next level. Okay. And living from a place of light and insight instead of fear. All right. Some of you know you're very spiritually inclined. Some of you know uh, what that you're here with a spiritual purpose, like with a divine purpose. I feel like this pal knows that, and there are things that you have in place or spiritual practices that are in place right now that you do practice and that you do. And Archangel Metatron showing up is saying that it's time to take that to the next level. But you do need to rid yourself of any layers that are on you right now that's preventing your full light body from shining. Okay. And then you guys have a right direction. Okay. And it says you're going in the right direction. Keep moving forward and focus on activities that bring long term benefit. All right. Yeah, definitely. You are definitely moving in the right direction. And I think that was even the message, the book message for Archangel Metatron. I think it mentioned something like that too. You are definitely going in the right direction with whatever this is for you. Pile number 3. All right. So don't let fear stop you. As the card says, do not listen to fear. All right. This is what the divine wants you to know. Don't let fear interrupt the bridge that you're trying to create from heaven to earth. All right. I just got the ego, right? Don't let the ego, because ego is definitely fear based, right? This is what it creates. The ego likes to create fear to keep you in the bubble, all right, for to keep you from stepping out of your comfort zone, to keep you from branching out and exploring the unknown. All right. But Archangel Metatron is saying that you are moving in the right direction. You've been following your little breadcrumbs throughout the process of whatever it is that you're doing in your life. You've been following the breadcrumbs to lead you to where you are now, but there's even further for you to go. Okay. Is what I'm being told. You guys have even further to go. All right, but it is important for this pal to also focus on self-love, especially if you're someone who's in the business of helping others. All right, you want to be that bridging gap between um, others and their own self-worth or their self-understanding. Like, you want to be the person who's going to help them to see that about themselves. It's going to be important that you help yourself to see that about you as well. All right, so that's very important. I'm also getting that you guys are healing yourself, will be healing yourself in the same process as you're healing others. So it's like a full circle of healing that will be taking place. All right. And look at this. You have the cosmic dance, and there's like a little circle here, right? And this is just what I was just saying. You guys are going to be healing yourself, and it's going to be like a full circle of healing, right? That's going to be going on. And whatever it is that you're doing, power number 3, okay, whatever spiritual gift that it is that you were put here to share, okay, in order to bridge the gap between heaven and earth, whatever that is, it's going to be very healing and fulfilling, full circle. All right. Not just for you, but for others as well. All right. And it says, celebrate your capacity to be joyous and take comfort in knowing that your path is one of success. Yes, so you are going in the right direction, and it is a path that leads to success. All right, one that you're going to be able to fully engulf and be proud of, right? And so what I'm also getting with the cosmic dance is because things with the word cosmic being there, right? So I feel like this is what's happening in the background, right? They're celebrating the fact that you followed the breadcrumbs up to this point. So that celebration could be going on in the background cosmically, right? Even though you may not feel it right here in the 3D quite yet. All right. So this is, but your angels and your spirit guides are still saying that it is a time for you to rejoice. Okay. To be happy. Especially if you look at where you are now compared to where you came from. All right. Um, they want you to rejoice in the fact that you have taken all of the right necessary steps to lead you to this point. All right. Because you're opening and you're expanding. All right, you're opening and you're expanding, but it's going to be important for this pal to really heal from within. All right, you have to go within and take care of all of those things that have been swept under the rug. Anything that has like this attachment to you, right? This subconscious attachment to you that brings about things such as fear, or worries or anxieties around you taking your spiritual gift to the next level. Okay. And you guys have true potential. All right. And it says, embrace the journey of self discovery and growth. Each step brings you closer to realizing your true potential. Have faith, for you are a magnificent being. Yes. So you guys have so much capability. Power number 3. You just have to trust in yourself. All right. You have to let go of any doubt or fear around your capabilities, because you have, as this card says, you have true potential. So you are wiser than you think. You are more magical than you think. You're more powerful on a spiritual level than you think. And so when you tap in and tune into all of this is when you will reach your highest and truest potential. All right, you have to remove the layers, is what I'm being told again. You have to remove those 3D layers that's affecting the subconscious. Okay, so this is letting go of the doubts, the fears, the worries, the traumas, the anything that like has attached to you. Okay, and it lives through you subconsciously. You have to address it. Okay, you have to address it and let it go and realize that you are a healed person. Claim it now. Okay, not claim it as if it already is, right? Say, I am a healed person. Okay, claim it now so that you can feel the full effect of its energy, feel the full effect of its vibration. All right, and this is what's going to help you really step into your full potential, pal number 3, because you definitely have something to offer. Whatever you're doing, you're going in the right direction. You're being celebrated cosmically, and it's going to get to the point where you can celebrate here in the 3D as well. All right. And this doesn't only have to, I'm being told, doesn't only have to apply to a spiritual way of being. Okay. Whatever changes or whatever things you are doing in your life at this moment, where you're trying to change for the better, um, in the 3D, there's going to be success around that as well. You're making the direction, you're moving in the right direction, you're making the right choices. Okay. And your ancestors, your spirit teams, they're proud of you. All right. Because I feel like you are going through the layers. All right. You guys are going through the layers. Some of you have started going through the layers, right? And shedding yourself. I'm getting like an image of an onion, right? Shedding yourself. And you know how when you peel an onion, right, typically it makes you cry, right? And so this is what you guys are doing. You're going through that hard, difficult time of pulling the layers and crying and going through all of that so that you can get to the center, right? Get to the essence of self, get to the true potential of self. All right, even though it may have been hard removing them layers and doing so. All right, so some of you have definitely started the process in doing so. And some of you, this may be your call to start the process to do so. All right, and this is whether you're trying to manifest in the 3D or in the spiritual, is what I'm getting. All right, you guys are taking the necessary steps for success regardless in each one. All right, and you have the sun. All right, what card more fitting to come out with this reading than the sun? Okay, the sun represents the the moment of success, of happiness, of joy, right? Things really coming to I got coming full circle, as well as you reaching your highest potential. All right, and this is what you guys are moving into. All right, better, brighter days. Okay, better, brighter days ahead. Even though you may have been going through difficult times trying to get to that point, right? Because I always tell people too, like I mention this a lot in my readings, when you're going through the spiritual understanding of self, it's not something that's always pleasurable, right? You have to face that dark night of the soul. You have to face the layers of yourself that you try to sweep away in order to make room or make light of the lighter version of yourself that is truly meant to be expressive. All right, and so the sun coming up here definitely signifies that you get to that point. All right, and then look at this, you have the Queen of Fire, which is also the Queen of Wands. All right, definitely stepping into who you are meant to be. All right, and I just got witchy energy, especially with the black cat here. Right, I just got witchy energy. So some of you guys come from a long line of ancestral wisdom and magic. All right, and you may have been shielded from, or I'm getting blocked from being able to tap into this type of energy um, until the right time. All right, because you can also see the little time capsule here at the bottom of the sun card. All right, so you guys may have been blocked from tapping into this magical type energy or its fullest potential until the right time. Okay, and the time could be now, but there are other things that there are still layers that needs to be fully removed before full exposure of your capabilities. All right, so you right now, what you're working with, power number 3, is just a little small inkling of what you're really capable of. All right, it's what they want you to know. You have some very, just like I was picking up earlier, some very potential, powerful energies. Okay, and it's time. All right, I'm being drawn to the time capsule here. It is time. All right, it is time for you to fully awaken to what that is. All right, for you to step into your full potential, your true potential, your power. All right, this is exactly what the Queen of Wands represents, true power. All right, very confident power, like, um, just, yeah, just very, very powerful energy coming from this. And with this black cat, I'm getting very type witchy type energy. Okay, like that it's been in your family lineage for a long, long, long time. All right. And I'm also getting, there's some ancestor who's watching and overseeing you in this process. All right. Because you were the one who was called to wake up in this time, during this moment, this period, to awaken back up to your powers, the powers for yourself and the powers for your lineage, as you help the earth to transcend. Okay, transcend and ascend. All right, and this is what you're here to do: help the earth, okay, or I should say the human collective, to ascend. All right, this is exactly what you're meant to do. All right, and your ancestors, I'm definitely getting strong ancestor with this Queen of Fire. All right, your ancestor is overseeing this, watching you throughout the process, guiding you throughout the process, and wants you to trust in yourself, okay, in your potential, and let go of any fear based thoughts, any fear based beliefs. All right, and learn to appreciate and accept what your true abilities are, what your natural abilities are. These are, naturally gifted abilities that you all possess. All right, these are naturally gifted abilities that you all possess. So there's no need to be afraid of them, ashamed of them. Um, Instead, you are being called to nurture them and to work with them. All right. You are here to bridge the gap. All right. Look at this. We have the magician. Yes, you are full of magic. Pal number 3. Yes, we have the Queen of Wands, the Sun, the black cat. She's holding a wand. You have the magician here. Like, you guys are full of magic. You guys are full of magic, pal number 3. And I think you guys just need to trust yourself. All right, and trust your abilities, trust your potential. Get out of fear-based thinking or living. Learn how to, work with your sacral chakra in order to allow for a more creative version of yourself to emerge. All right, because you have something to offer. You definitely have something to offer with you being called to work with your sacral chakra, um, with the magician showing up, with Archangel Metatron showing up. You definitely have something to offer. Okay. Yes, the 8 of Earth or 8 of Pentacles. You definitely have something to offer, but you need to perfect your skill first. All right, this is what the 8 of Pentacles represents: perfecting a skill, having strong focus on perfecting a craft, a creative endeavor, like whatever it is, really believing in the ability for you to, be successful at whatever it is that you do. Okay, because it's skilled work that you love, right? It's skilled work that you're passionate about. All right. And so now it's time for you to really fully indulge yourself in whatever that is, pile number 3, and not being afraid of what that is. All right. You are being called to indulge yourself in it and not to be afraid of it. Stand in your Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands energy. All right. Stand in your power, stand in your, authenticity. All right. Um, just really having the confidence, because that's what the Queen of Wands represents also, confidence. All right, confidence that you are moving in the right direction, confidence that things are going to work out just fine, just great for you with the Sun card here. You're already being celebrated in the background with the cosmic dance. And so now they want you to do what you need to do so that you can see that celebration and that manifestation in the 3D. All right. And so then lastly, I have a spiritual activation message for you, angelic activation message for you, actually. And so this is the image that you have here. All right. And then you guys have Archangel Raguel, and it says, detach yourself from drama. All right. And it says, you are being encouraged to take the highest road possible now. Angels are reminding you that you were born to guide and heal, and this won't be possible if you allow your judgment to be clouded by the energies of ego. Yes, this is exactly what I was saying. Removing those layers that's keeping you attached to lower vibrational energies. Okay. And then it also says, remember that whenever there is a dramatic event unfolding, you have a choice whether to engage with it or not. All right. And the activation is, thank you, Ragiel, for helping me discern the truth without being attached to drama. Yes, this is exactly what I was saying, guys. Letting go of those subconscious attachments, removing those layers, those things that's trying to keep you in lower vibrational type energy. Okay. Releasing those things to the universe, no longer claiming that, and instead stepping into your truth. All right, stepping into your truest potential, stepping into the Sun type energy, because where you're going is in the right direction. Okay, and you're on your way to something even more beautiful. All right, you have a craft to be shared, you have a craft to be shown to the world. All right, and so now it's time to perfect it. Power number 3. All right. And so, my lovelies, that is all that I have for you today. If you like it, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, my loves, take care and bye bye.